And due to her passion development in the society, she has carried out independent pet projects in line with UN SDG goals to promote gender equality and fight against gender-based violence. Mary acknowledges how pertinent it is to empower young people with knowledge and mentorship to help them make credible life decisions and achieve their full potentials. Her personal mantra says, stay focused on your goals irrespective of the challenges because, girl, you are limitless. So let's give it up for Mary equally as she gives the opening remark. You can just type in like proper Mary.
Hi, Chamaka. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that warm introduction. It feels like you said a lot about me already to everyone, but it's great. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy to speak to everyone. So, like she has mentioned, I am currently the Administrative and Human Resource Associate at the Amazon Leadership Initiative. And we have decided to partner with Kalitika to teach young girls how to put together their business page, right? Like a one-pager for their business in order to properly brand their business, right? Because we've noticed that even with the with with a lot of people using social media currently, we still have like a large number, I think over 34% of women who are not currently maximizing the dividends of social media. So you can imagine with all of the TikTok, with all of the Instagram and Facebook and all of it, there's still a large number of young women and girls who are not able to access this, and even those who are able to access it, some are not able to fully maximize it. So this is more of a contribution to ensure that more young girls are involved in digital space. Now, this is just a step, right? Creating a website is only a step to push your brand out there. There are a whole lot of other things that you need to do. So it is also a step for you to say, okay, what else do I need to do? How else do I need to position my brand aside having a great looking website? So these are questions you also need to ask yourself and to put in place, right? There's no, in 2024, I do tell my friends, there's no room for being mediocre or room for just doing things the ordinary way. Do things the extraordinary way, and that's the way you're going to have extraordinary results. So I'm sure that Mr. Exa is here already. Please drop some fire emojis for him, because I'm sure that he's definitely going to dish out a lot of amazing lessons for everyone here, and we can all build our website. Please drop those fire emojis for him, because I know that he's gonna do justice to it, right? So aside this, what I would like to say is please do not be lost, such that when creating your website, you want your website to look exactly how another person's website is, right? Just know that I know my why, and it is my why that is making me do what I'm doing, right? And then, that level of authenticity to know that, okay, yeah, this is me showing myself to the world, right? And how do you want to show yourself to the world? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself. So don't just say, this is Mary used pink, Mary did on her website. No. Let it be true, a definition of who you represent and who your brand represents. That is what makes it you. That is what makes it unique. I think my network is quite unstable, but I'm sure you all are able to hear me, right? So ensure that whatever lesson you take out from here, you apply it in such a way that it is personal to you, it is authentic to you. And also, one more thing is that be sure that whatever you're putting out there, even as a personal brand or business, right, is what you want to be out there. Now, a lot of people put a lot on social media, and sometimes they regret doing that. Just be sure that this is what you want to put, because the internet, like they say, the internet never forgets. So I urge everyone to listen attentively. Definitely, there are amazing incentives. There's a 2-year subscription free for those who be attending this training, and also there'll be certificates for those who be attending this training, because you can definitely do this for other businesses aside yourself, right? So well done, everyone. Remember that your dreams are valid. Black child, please put it in the chat box. Your dreams are valid. Black child.
Dreams are valid.
Thank you. So let's get it. Thanks, and back to you, Chiamaka.
Thank you so much, Mary. That was really inspiring. Like, just set the tone for us. If you're ready to dive in, can I say in the chat box that I'm ready? Just type in "I'm ready to learn." She made some really strong points about being original, being authentic to your voice, to know what you really want to put out. Not just say, "Oh, everybody's having a website," and then you want to put anything out. Be original, be authentic, because the internet never forgets. And I like that you also touched on the fact that this is a step to leveraging the digital space. I mean, having a website is one thing, but then knowing why you have a website and what you really want to do with it is another. But regardless of wherever point you are in your business or building your brand, just know that you are in the right place and this is the right steps that you're taking. So just before we get into the session, am I seeing the "I'm ready"? Yes, I think I'm ready. I'm eager to learn. Yeah, I'm super excited as well. So just before we go into the session, our speaker is here. I would like us to know that we would be having a question and answer segment after he's done. So in case you have questions, just put them down maybe somewhere in your notes, or you can also use the chat box, so we don't have like a rowdy session. We'll take the questions after the training session, and you can also use the chat box as stated that to type in your questions so you don't forget it during sessions. Now, our speaker is none other than the prolific Edza Zobo. He is the CEO and product designer of Eclectica. He's a mathematician, a tech advisor, an education and evangelist, passionate about harnessing the power of technology to solve some of Africa's most pressing challenges while addressing the SDGs. He's the founder of MathGs, an online AI supplementary learning platform that supports remote learners. More than 1 million learners are already benefiting from this platform to date. His work as an education evangelist, teaching mathematical thinking as a life skill, has earned him global recognition, some of which are the Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation Goalkeeper and the AU Agenda 2063 Champions for Skill Development. He was also awarded the 2014 SADC Protocol on Gender and Development for his contributions to women education empowerment in education. Mr. Edza is also the co-founder of the Education Support Forum, TEDSF, a non-profit entity for helping organizations achieve impact for their targeted CIS beneficiaries. He's a firm believer that Africa can be liberated if our people are technologically savvy and are able to apply structured problem-solving thinking methodologies to find solutions to social, political, and economic problems that have long affected his home country. So ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, with a firing emoji, let's see on the chat box your fiery emoji. Let's make welcome Mr. Edza Mozopo. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. We're so excited to have you.
Sure. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll just put my video for a bit, just for you guys to see who is talking. I don't know. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
See you, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Hello?
you, sir.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay. Okay. And then the video, is it okay? All right. I don't think we'll put the video. I don't see it coming through. Anyway, thank you very much for the amazing introduction. Very humbling, I must say. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here today. I feel really honored to share what we are doing at Akalytica and just some of the experiences that we've had along the way, especially in the online economy, basically. So if you have questions, like Mary said, just jot them down, and then we can have a session after just the presentation I'm going to do. So basically, we have a platform called Akalytica. And I'm going to share my screen. Please confirm you can see the screen. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes, yes, we can.
Oh, yes, you can. Oh, perfect. All right. So, at Akalytica, we exist to try and help entrepreneurs, individuals to express themselves fully online. You know, in as much as people are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it's not enough for business development. So there has to be platforms that are defined by you, that have got your own signature, that represent you, because at the end of the day, what you project out there, right, is a function of who you want to be known as. So as for me, I'm a mathematician. I studied mathematics at the University of Zimbabwe, and I graduated with an honors back in 2004. That was a long time ago. I wonder where you were at that time. Yes. So after that, I went into teaching. I came to South Africa, and then I was teaching mathematics. And whilst I was teaching mathematics, I realized that there was a serious mathematics problem in South Africa that was a bit different from where I grew up in Zimbabwe. And this difference was quite interesting because at the school where I was, the teachers that were teaching mathematics, the parents, and the students all agreed that mathematics was hard. So I found that quite strange. And then as I was teaching, I actually realized that, you know what, this is not a maths problem. This is a confidence problem. This is a framework problem, right? Where people haven't been taught how to think, how to solve problems, you know? So what I did was I just started writing little notes, motivational notes for my students, teaching them how to think like a mathematician, how to be the best they can be, and how to succeed in problem solving, basically. And these little notes, I put them together, and they became this little book that I called the Mathematical Genius in You. And somehow, you know, because for me, this little this little nuggets I was writing for my students, for me, I was literally saying to myself, this is what you need to be able to be a prolific problem solver. So in the end, you find that my students that I was teaching were doing almost 60% motivation and 40% content. And my students were doing far much better than the teachers were doing 100% content because they were not addressing the root cause of the maths problem that was there, you know? Because in my class, you'd find kids doing maths poems, doing maths rap, maths songs. Like it was so unconventional, but it was actually more effective than those who were doing 100% content. So as I was doing what I was doing, and I actually started selling this little book of mine from the boot of my car. And somehow SABC, that is the broadcaster here in South Africa, they saw the book and they liked it. They're like, okay, please, 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 can we partner with you and distribute this book across the country? And I was like, okay, what an opportunity, right? So what I did was I partnered with SABC Education, and I became their face for maths and started going across the country talking about mathematics. I used to go into churches, into schools, into workplaces, everywhere, talking about mathematics, radio, TV. It was all mathematics throughout, right? And then as we were going through this process now, because I mean, I was teaching in an urban area in Pretoria, but now with SABC, I managed to actually reach out to some of the provinces that I would never have known about, places in the rural areas, in the townships. And then I realized that the person who had the lowest probability of success in South Africa was the rural girl. The rural girl was suffering from pressures of culture, right? Culture, like a patriarchal culture, and also lack of resources and everything. Everything was stacked against the rural girl. So then we thought of a program. So with SABC, I wrote another book. This time, this book was about encouraging girls to take up STEM subjects. And this book was entitled Girl Child Rise Up in STEM. So with this book, we pushed it. We tried to convince girls to take up STEM, to try even going into TVET, engineering, all those traditionally male environments. And then I tweeted about what I was doing around girls in STEM. I tweeted about it, and I mean, I don't have too many followers on Twitter. On X, it's called X now. And somehow, some lady from the British Broadcasting Corporation saw my tweet, and she said, "Oh, I like what you're doing with girls and STEM. Can we have an interview?" And I was like, "Okay, why not? This is the British BBC. Why not? It'll be good for me." So I went and I spoke, of which I was just talking about what we're doing. I was describing how we found the problem. That is, we actually use data from our experiences, and how we crafted an intervention, and how we are implementing certain solutions, and what is their impact. So, as we are going, and it was just a basic interview, but somehow somebody in the US saw that interview and was like, "Hey, dude, can you come to Georgia Tech University in Atlanta? We have a conference for all the mobile network operators. That is, it's the association called GSMA. Come and speak about what you're doing, because we've got a program for girls and women in STEM careers and subjects." And I was like, "Okay." Then all expenses paid, 5-star hotel in Atlanta. I went to Georgia Tech University, and I spoke about what we were doing. Again, to me, I was just saying, the sky is blue, the grass is green. This is what we're doing. To me, it was a basic, ordinary speech, right? But somehow, in the audience, I actually didn't know who was in the audience, only to discover that this was C-suite executives, like from Fortune 100, Fortune 500 type companies, from global companies. So the senior vice president of Intel was like, "I love what you're doing. Let's do something together." So we did something together. We actually created a program called She Will Connect for digital literacy for women. We started and we did all the the testing here in South Africa. We did the whole innovative stuff, thinking about how do we run it, how do we what, and we tested it. And Intel loved it so much that they launched it in every country that they operate in the world. And it became their flagship corporate social initiative all over the world. So, why am I telling you this story? I'm telling you this story to say, whatever it is that you're doing, even if you've got 5 followers, someone somewhere is watching, and that someone might be the person that you actually want the message to get to, or it might be the person that you don't want the message to get to. So it's always important, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's on TikTok, on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Twitter, all of these places, someone somewhere is what? Is watching or will bump into it. And from a tweet, I managed to go to get an interview with the BBC. I managed to go to Atlanta. I managed to get a program with Intel. And I managed to get another project from that, which was what? Which was with L'Oreal. So you find that there were so many spin-offs from one tweet. And I was just fortunate that I could actually trace back where the touch point was, which was the root cause of all these other events. Sometimes you don't get the opportunity to actually know which post of mine actually triggered someone to do what they did. You know what I mean? So it's important that when we are online, we represent that which we want people to know about us. You have to control your content, right? You have to control your content, and also the type of content that you bring out into the blogosphere, into the internet, is also dependent on the industry that you are in. There are things that musicians can do that a future diplomat cannot do, you know? So it's important that you self-reflect before posting, right? Before posting, yes, we can do stuff for likes, but that's not long-lived, because sometimes 10 years later, when that thing resurfaces, it doesn't look good, right? So that's important. So with Akalytica, it's a platform I created when out of despair, out of anger, actually, because with my other startups, I had gone so far, but I'd gone through these incubation programs. And the problem with the incubation programs was that they were just teaching us theory on how to do business, how to do business model canvas, how to do this, but they were not helping our businesses move forward, you know, in terms of to say, okay, if somebody comes and says, I'm going to teach you web analytics. So by the end of that module, I hope that we'll have implemented web analytics on our websites, and we're already tracking, we're already getting the insights, such that when we finish that module, we have tangible results that can actually move our businesses and our organizations forward. So I found that to be a problem. So I created Akalytica as a suite of tools that help entrepreneurs and individuals to help themselves grow online. So it's not a replacement for your website. It's not a replacement for your social media, but it's just complementary. So fortunately, the Linktree, a platform called Linktree, had just gained popularity, and we saw how it was helping brands grow online. So we thought, okay, let's go the same way. So basically, one of the main tool for Akalytica that we're looking at today is actually a Linktree clone, basically, right? It's a Linktree clone where you create these one-page websites, but at least they aggregate everything that you have, from your social media to your, you can sell, you can do lead generation and everything on one page. So it's very compact, easy to use, and the good part is you don't need a developer, because it's just drag and drop, you know? It's easy to do. So you can actually create your own website, and once you're confident, you can actually even start creating websites for others and charging them, or even for free, and you can have a career out of it. Right now, as Akalytica, we've partnered with a few organizations that we're working with, and I'll show you some of the examples. So if you check in South Africa, there is an awards ceremony called Basadi in Music Awards. Can you see this page that I just put in? I just want to confirm. Can you see it?
Yes, we can.
Sure, thank you. So you find Basadi means women, right? I think it's Tswana. So Basadi in Music Awards is South Africa. I think it's actually Africa's biggest Women in Music Awards ceremony. It happens once every year. And you can see these are some of the sponsors, and we are there. So we've been sponsoring it since last year. So we help them with popularizing the award ceremony and helping them get, because they make money from people voting through SMS and stuff like that. So we've actually curated a way to make SMS easy. You can actually send SMSs from online, you know. So this is one of the organizations that we're working with, and this is just a snippet of what's going to be happening on the 10th of August. So it's a very simple one-page website, but the amount of money that this award ceremony makes because of this one page is amazing, you know? So that's why it's important to have a curated interface with your prospective clients, your prospective employers, because you can use this as an individual, you can use this as an organization. A brand does not mean a company. A brand could be an individual. What is your individual brand? What is your organizational brand? How do you want to be known? How do you want to be seen, right? So it's very basic, but it aggregates everything. So this is the YouTube. Every time they put a new YouTube video, it updates automatically on this page. They don't have to do anything. Every time they do a TikTok video, it updates here automatically. They don't have to do anything. It's a feed. Even Instagram, they don't have to do anything. As they are doing what they're doing there, Instagram is also updating here as well. And they can have call to actions and sharing and QR codes and stuff like that, right? So this is one example of a page on Akalytica. I'll give you another one. So this girl was totally offline. She's a designer. She designs dresses, evening wear, and stuff like that. And we created this page for her 2 months ago. And right now she's struggling to keep up with the what you call this? With the demand, because there are lots of people inquiring, because we actually did a whole campaign around a page where we did press releases. We pushed search engine optimization of a page. We put it on social media and, you know, like that. And the good part is that if you can see with Basadi, can you see that there's no written Akalytica here? Even with Ozide, there's nothing written Akalytica, because you can actually customize and own your brand totally, right? Unlike a Facebook page where it says facebook.com and then / something, right? Here you can own it. You just have to have get a domain, and then you can add it to Akalytica. So you can see she's got her, this is her little showroom. This is her social media. You can contact her there. She's telling us about what she is about. She's about empowering women through fashion, right? And this is a catalog. So you can see as a prospective buyer, right? Some of you do business on WhatsApp. She's also doing via WhatsApp. So once you see this, you just click here and you go to your WhatsApp and be able to what? To transact in her WhatsApp catalog, you know? So it's not changing her business model where she uses WhatsApp, but it's actually giving her a showroom where people can reach it, because with WhatsApp, only the people that have your number or the people that are in your phone book are the ones that have access to your WhatsApp, literally, right? But here, you're opening to the world to say, this is me, and then complemented by her social media and the blogs, articles, the press releases, and other offline events that she has. Then you find that she has a holistic approach to her marketing, right? As a as a fashion designer. Then we've got Ndavi. Ndavi has a page on Akalytica, so you can see here Ndavi was Miss South Africa 2022, and she has a page basically just outlining what she does. I mean, Ndavi is already famous, but this is just a page where it just gets aggregates everything onto one page, you know. So there she is. That's a crowning moment in 2022, and these are just photos, like a gallery of her doing her thing, right, as Miss South Africa. Then about me, education, you know. So this is where she comes from and stuff, her family, mission. And then she has an NPO called Ed Unite. So she talks about the NPO to say, what is it? And then these are some of the campaigns she's done. And she's got a YouTube channel. And also this feed, every time she does a new YouTube video, it updates here as well. And then this is her Instagram, right? And then that's it, right? And you can book her and stuff like that. So already, in one page, at least you have a snapshot of who Ndavi, what she is about, right? Then I'll give you another example. I've got a good friend of mine. She's running for president in Namibia. So she's actually running a whole campaign on our platform. So her name is Ali Angula. She's running, the elections are actually in November this year. And you can see that she outlines who they are about. We are the brave ones. And she talks about her manifesto and stuff like that in this video. You can donate to her, one-click donation. We use Paystack for that. So there, in one click, you can just donate to her to say, okay, this is, thank you, we love the work. And then this is everything about her and stuff like that, right? And even podcasts, you can embed podcasts and stuff like that. I don't know, my network is very slow today. It should be coming up here. Then even Instagram, Twitter, right? You can see her Twitter. She's talking about the stuff that she's going to do for Namibians once she's voted into power, right? And then she has another page where she's talking about her manifesto in detail, where people can actually download the actual PDFs to her manifesto, right? So if you check, these are her policy cards. So let's see, immediate jobs. That's what she's saying, right? So let's see what she's saying. So if you don't want to download the PDF, you can just view it from here to say, okay, this is the PDF. Or if you want to download it, you can just download it, right? And read it offline. So that's one of the, oops, where did I went back to the page like that. So those are the different policies. And then she's got everything, her mission, strategy, and stuff like that. This is the podcast I was trying to come up with last time, and like that. So this is how she is doing her campaign, and it's actually helping her a lot because she doesn't have to create many pages. Everything is just succinct there, and it complements whatever she's doing on the ground. And we've helped her with search engine optimization and stuff like that. So she's very, very visible, you know, she's very visible. Then before I go into the actual how do we create pages on Akalytica, so we've got a course that we have. It's a free course. It's called Akalytica Landing Page Designer. So with this course, it teaches you how to create these pages, how to optimize in terms of search engine optimization, it teaches you a lot of analytics as well, right? You don't have to be a mathematician to do it. It's very basic. So once you've done this course for free, right, you will see that you'll be able to now create your own pages without any problems. You'll be able to create for others as well and make sure that you help them become visible online and help them grow their brands, right? Because some, they want to, oh, there's some noise. Yes, okay. So you find that some people, they want to grow their brands because they're selling stuff, but some it's about they have information to give. So it depends what growth means to you, but everybody needs a presence online, right? So we've done, I mean, we've got thousands of pages on Akalytica now, and they keep growing. So we are even looking at I mean, we run campaigns like this is one that we just started last week with solar installers, where they're creating pages on Akalytica and we're helping them surface their businesses, you know. So we call them solar fundis, like solar experts, right? So we've got a network that we're running here on Akalytica, and they are busy with that. We're even doing recruitment on Akalytica as well, where I'll show you an example. There's a program that we are running with the government of South Africa, Treasury, around solar installers as well. So we are recruiting right now across South Africa. Wow, there's some noise coming. There's some feedback. I'm not sure what it is. Okay, thank you. So you find that we are actually recruiting students from the various provinces that we are working on, and this is where we're training unemployed youths, 18 to 35, from these four provinces, how to be solar installers, and we're helping them get work through our partners. And those that are starting businesses, we are actually helping them with startup funding and helping them with business support services. So you find that they can actually apply, like you see, the form is there already, it's embedded there. And these are some of our partners, Sasol, Jobs Fund, this is Treasury, and you know. So we're actually running a whole recruitment thing on this page. Right. So as I mentioned, there's the course. So I don't know, I'll have to give Mary the link. Yeah, this is the link here. Where you can do the course, and then when you get you'll get a certificate upon completion. And this is not a long thing. It's very short. You can do it in a day, actually, if you are diligent, right? So you can do it in a day, get your certificate, and you can add your certificate. It's verifiable, so you can add it on LinkedIn. I'll show you the example of the LinkedIn thing. I don't know why the network is very slow today. Something is happening. But anyway, when LinkedIn decides to come through, let's see if it's fast. Okay, when it does come through, I'll show you. Right. So okay, there it is. So if you check on my LinkedIn, I finished one of these courses, and if I go, I think it's under, I put it under licenses, did I? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so you see, I like studying too much. If you check my LinkedIn, you see. So you see right here, Akalytica landing page, right? So if I show you the credential, if I click here, it will take us. Then you can actually confirm there that this is the thing, and if you can see the certificate number and everything, or even the thing, you can see that it was issued then this. So it's got all the details. And even someone, when you're telling someone you are certified to actually help people with analytical landing pages, there is proof, right? So you can actually do that for yourself. It'll be good for you as well, right? If you don't want to do the course, there's an easier way of knowing how to create a landing page, a web page. What you simply do is you go onto this onto our blog. There's an article called how to create a bio link, right? How to create a bio link page on Akalytica, and it will just give you the steps as to how you do it. There's even a video around it, and you'll be able to do it, right? And then on the use cases, you'll find that some of you already have websites. Some of you don't have websites, right? So if you don't have a website, this is a good um, platform for you to actually have a website. Okay, because it's got everything. You can sell here, you can do everything, right? But if you have one already, then you can use this platform for lead generation, because you find that at the rate at which Akalytica is growing, you can it will be helpful for you to get clients, and you link to your site, right? So you see, like this friend of mine, Theo, she owns a skin thing. I don't know. What do you call these things? The lotion, I don't know. Cleanser, whatever you call them. Right. So she owns those, and she's got her own website. So basically, when people click here, they will be taken to her website. You can see she hasn't updated the prices. She needs to update. She says $2.95 here. She's increased the price. Yeah, but you see, it takes people to her website. So basically, what we are doing for Theo, because she has her own website already, is to do lead generation for her. And they, unlike Ozide, who didn't have a website, she now has a website. So it depends on how you want to use the platform, right? Okay. Are there any questions so far before we go into the platform now to say this is how you create a web page? Are there any questions? Any questions?
Ladies, you can put your questions on the chat box so we would address it at the end of the session.
Oh, okay. All right. No, because if there are any burning ones, yeah, please do interject. But otherwise, yeah, we'll do it at the end. Thank you. All right. So now let's go into how do you create an Akalytica page. So basically, Mary, have I sent the link to you guys already? With the code for Amazon? Did I send it to you?
I'm not sure. Mary's network is down, so she or
okay. It's fine. I'll send it, or I'll just give you the code. So basically, obviously, Akalytica is paid, is a paid platform, but because you guys are amazing, we're not going to charge you guys. We're going to give you the premium version where you've got all the features, and I'd say 2 years, but we'll make it 3 years. Okay, so it'll be a 3-year free period for you to grow your brand, and hopefully by the time after you get to 3 years after using the code, I hope your brand will be so big that you'll be able to afford to pay. Yeah, that's the thinking. So basically you just log in, right? You sign up, and then sign in. So because I already have an account, I'm just going to log in, right? Just going to log in and get in. So once you log in, you arrive at the dashboard, right? At the dashboard. So the dashboard will actually just show you your statistics to say, okay, how many pages do you have? Because this pages, we call them bio links, right? How many? So I've got 11 pages under this particular account, right? I've got 2 file links. I've got 1 vCard that I created. I haven't created any event. I haven't created any static links. This is me, right? Then it just gives me an overview to say, okay, my 11 pages. This is a summary of some of the statistics, right? This is what's happening, and it refreshes every 12 hours. So then this is a list of the links. You know, this is 11 plus 2. So these are the links that I have by myself. You get it like that. So these are my links. Now, I'm just going to click here on bio links, right? On bio links. So these are my links. You can see that the green energy one that I showed you just now, that we're running, that we are recruiting, you can see already the page views are up to 2.5, right? And if I check statistics in detail here, I can actually go and drill down to say, okay, the people that are coming to this page, where are they coming from? You can see that 92% came from South Africa, right? 44 from the US, and the rest, Indonesia, Ireland, and stuff like that. And how did they come here? So I can see that 91 came direct. That means that somebody shared this link with them and they just clicked on the link, you know? And then I can see that this is from the blog that we wrote about this. This 61 people came from the blog. Then through Google, you can see that 50 people came through Google search. So that's organic traffic, right? And then other places that I don't even know that exist, right? Obviously, this is like Android, and this is some other place. Then I can also tell to say, okay, the people that are coming to my page are mostly on their phones. So that means that it's important for my page to be mobile responsive, because the majority of people that are coming here are using their phones. 19% are using desktop and 14% are using tablets. Then you've got operating system. So let's say, for example, you're selling Louis Vuitton, right? If majority of the people that are coming to your site are using Android, that means that the wrong people are coming to your site. Did you know that? It's proven by data, by the way. Sorry, Android people. Sorry. Right. So basically, if you're selling luxury, high level goods, the probability is high that people are going to be using Apple. Or if they're using Android, then it's very high end. What do you call these smartphones, right? So you can actually see from there that, okay, because it's South Africa, and I know South Africa, like the other African countries, Android is the most popular operating system, right? I would have been surprised to see South Africa here and then to see iOS here. It wouldn't make sense. But if it was the US, then I would understand if I saw iOS at the top, actually, right? Yeah. So it's these things that you're getting this data. It just gives you a snapshot of what's happening, so you can actually make decisions to say, okay, maybe since I'm selling Louis Vuitton, I need to change my messaging, or I need to change my wording such that it attracts the people that I want it to attract, you know, those kind of things. And then you can see what browser people are using. You can see it's mostly Chrome, then Samsung, WhatsApp, Safari, Huawei, and mostly English speaking. So if your page was in French and it's mostly English speaking people, then maybe it's important for you to have another page that has an English translation or something. You get it, so that you capture the two languages properly, right? So you can see there's a lot of it's not a lot, it's 2 Hausa, 2 German, 2 Chinese. The rest, they haven't been captured. And then this is just the representation, where now you can actually see where in South Africa are they, right? Centurion, Joburg, this is all Gauteng, you know, Gauteng province. You can see Durban. So you get so informed about the data that you're getting, and you'll be able to target or to rejig your campaign such that it actually gets to the people that you want to get. And also, let's say you ran a campaign, right? Maybe you went on radio or TV, then you find that it shoots up like this, right? So that means that that intervention where you went to the radio actually worked because there was a spike in users. So you need to be able to what? To determine whether an intervention, if you ran a campaign on Facebook, whether paid or unpaid, at least you should see before and after to say, okay, this was the case, this was the baseline, I intervened in this way, and this was the effect of my thing, such that next time you know what works and what doesn't work, you know. And obviously, the ultimate, let's say you're selling stuff, the ultimate KPI, that is the North Star metric, is what are people actually buying in the end, right? So with the online economy, there are certain assumptions that we have that you need to take into consideration when running a business online. So we assume that the more people that come to your website, the more they stay, the more they are likely to buy, you know? So that's the assumption, to say, get as many people as possible. That is not just any people, the right people for the product. Because if you're selling sanitary pads for women, and then you're getting traffic from who are men only, then the probability of buying is very low. Yes, some will buy for their sisters and spouses, but the majority will not do anything. So that means that, yes, you're getting traffic, but it's meaningless traffic based on the type of products that you're selling, given, because you understand the propensity towards buying and stuff like that, you know. Who is it that you actually have is buying this product? Who is your target market and all that? It goes back to the business model canvas to say, if you actually understood who your customer is, and the effort that you're doing, is it actually targeting that particular demographic, you know? And demographic is not enough when targeting, you know, because what psychologists and what marketers have found is that psychographics are actually more important than demographics. So psychographics is what Cambridge Analytica was using. I don't know if you know the scandal on Facebook where Cambridge Analytica used people's psychographics. They were making people play games or answer surveys on Facebook, and from that, they knew what people would vote for, whether they would vote for Trump or not. Right, when Trump came in 2016. And Cambridge Analytica was obviously working with Trump admin, so that they actually helped Trump administration, Trump campaign team, to target people that were in the middle, that could be swayed, you know, that could be swayed to his side. Oh, oh, there's someone. Okay. I don't know if you can mute them. Eh? Okay. So, so it's important to know who your target market is and how you're going to get your product or your value proposition, whatever it is, to them in a succinct way. Right. So now, when you arrive, like, let me just go back. Like I said, when you log in, you're going to be on this page. So now to create a page is very easy. So you're just going to go on BioLink pages here. You click on it. And then if you don't know how to create a page and you want to quickly create a page, you can do that in 2 minutes, right? So you're just going to say, okay, let me go to BioLink templates, right? So I'm not a designer, so I'm literally going to look for a template. So these are templates that were created by students at the University of Johannesburg. We've done a lot of training there, and there are some that are even running businesses on top of our platform. We've even run Miss UJ, Miss UJ. We've run it. We sponsored it last year. We gave the winner prize money, and we sponsored them. So I know they were running a campaign recently for entries. So this is Miss UJ, University of Joburg, APK, right? The one in brown was the winner from last year, Kwandiwe. Yeah, so basically they did their campaign via our platform, and even the actual contest is going to be run here. So we've run a few pageants, by the way. I think this is the third one, I think, yeah. We ran another one, which was across Africa. I don't know if we still have it. Let me check. Zuri Africa, I think it was called. We did that one as well, a pageant. Yes, this was 2023. So we ran a pageant where we had people from, so they are cultural, by the way, please. It's the cultures. Don't blame me. So this is from South Africa, Lesotho, Eswatini, Zimbabwe, Setswana, I think it's South Africa, I think. Eswatini, South Africa. Yeah, I know, but it was the lady from Cameroon who won it actually. I remember that, but yeah, she's from Mozambique, Zambia. Yes, Cheryl. Cheryl is the one who won it in the end. So you find we help them fundraise, we help them with the whole process online and the voting and the payment gateway and stuff like that. So we help them all with everything. So every model had a page, and you could vote for them on this platform. You know, this is Paystack, so you could actually run the votes on the platform and stuff like that. You know, yeah. So we've run a few pageants on the platform, right? So if you don't know how to design, you can just look for a template that you can use as a starting point. So let me choose this guy here, right? I'm just going to say choose template. And then, so remember, here you see it's akalytica.com. Then there is the custom name, right? So that's the one that you're gonna give custom name. I'll just give this a random name, right? And then I'll say generate. So by this, you're already done. There's your bio link right there, right? Because it's a template. So it's pre-filled. So you just have to customize according to your stuff, right? So this is a preview deck where you can see as you are changing things this side, you can actually see it in real time as it changes. Or you can come up, you see where it says your link here, and then you just click on this. It will open a different page, a different tab, where you can actually see the page. Yeah, can you see this page? And then this is how it's going to look when it's finished, right? So we have two things on when creating a BioLink page. We have settings, and then we've got blocks, right? The settings, this is where you can customize to say, okay, okay, you've given your name, and then you can customize themes here. You can customize background to say, okay, this picture in the background is too busy. Okay, I'm going to change. I don't want an image. I'm going to change. I want maybe simple gradient. I want this one. You can see you've changed it, right? Or you can say, I want this one or that or that or that, depending on what you like, right? You can even use video. You can use custom colors to say, okay, no, I want some color, or you can move things around, you know, depending on what you want. So this is just drag and drop. Remember, I'm a mathematician. I'm not a designer, but I've also learned how to design, right? So then you've got this thing called the favicon. So this is for identity. You find this little image here, right? You see zoom, this little ZM here, right? if you go on YouTube, you see there, this is Product Hunt. It's got this little P. This is Twitter. It's got this little X. Those are called favicons. So it's a little icon that whenever you're opening many tabs, you can easily identify your website, right? So it's important to put that tab. But if you don't put anything, then the default would be the Akalytica one, you know? And then you can choose the type of font that you want. There are different fonts that you have, font size, the width of the page. Because you see here it's from here to there, right? If you want it wider, you can get it wider or thinner or whatever, you know. So you can get the width, the different width, and the spacing as well. So these are things that you can just play around with and find and see what the differences are. And branding. Branding is where you see John, jazz artist. I'll just say today. I'll just say today, right? So if you go at the bottom here, you can see I said today, I added that. So that's there. So the branding is always here at the bottom. Okay. Let me change the background because this background is busy. I can't see a thing. Yeah. Okay, let me just say save. So we can actually see the changes we've made. See down here. So this is where the branding is. So let's say you've got a website or you want, when people click to go to a certain page, you can actually add the URL right under branding, right? You can say branding name, and then you can actually put the page that you want people to go to. And you can change the color of the text to say, okay, I want it to be black or any other color. Then you've got pixels, right? So pixels are tracking, right? These are social media tracking pixels that you can use such that you can actually track as people are sharing your link on social media. You can actually track the views, the what, everything in all these different social media platforms. So it's important when you're running marketing campaigns, especially, that you have these pixels. Yeah, so you can create it. It's very easy to create. And then those of you who've done marketing and stuff like that, you know that there's something called UTM parameters, which was invented by Google, where you can actually specify. They also used for tracking campaigns as well. Then if you want, sometimes maybe you create a page that you just want the Amazon leadership people to see, not anyone else, right? You can actually, okay, I don't, there's some noise, please. So sometimes you just want certain people to see your page. So it's a private page. So you can password protect it. And then only people with the password will be able to see the page. So sometimes you have those private pages that you want. And then if it's not things that you want people to see, literally sensitive, warning, yeah, you know, you can even close that as well. Then there's search engine optimization now. So this is very, very important, because if you don't do search engine optimization here, when we search for you online, we won't find you, right? So for example, let's search for Ali Angula, right? If I search for Ali Angula, on Google, you can see that this is the Ali Angula page. This is our page. Can you see that? It's on number 1. So we did a good job, right? Deserve a round of applause right there. Right. So now I'm going to use this result just to show you that. So the page title, right? The page title will be this one. The one, that one. Can you see? That's the page title. Then you've got the meta description, right? The meta description would be this one. Can you see? So if you don't have these two, then when Google comes to your page, it will literally ignore it because you're not giving it the information that it needs, you know? So these are called in digital marketing, these are called meta tags. Okay, so these are the meta tags for your page. Then you also need keywords, right? So you can just say keywords. You have to anticipate to say, when people search for these things, what keywords do I want? Although nowadays Google de-emphasizes keywords, because people used to do what is known as keyword stuffing, where they'll just throw in keywords. But yeah, just put in your keywords. Then an important thing is that you need an open graph image, right? You always need an image, because this image, when you share online, right? So you see here, this is the open graph image right here. Can you see it? And then if I was to share her page on social media, you'll find, okay, let me show you. Okay, I'm gonna share her page on Twitter, right? I'm gonna share a page on Twitter right there. And then, can you see? Her page, her picture came out. So this is the one I actually used for her thing. What do you call this? For your open graph. So you find that posts that have pictures are almost 10 times more likely to get engagement than posts that don't have pictures. It's just text. If it's just text, then no one will take cognizant of what you're saying, right? So you need that. So that's important. Okay, so when you're done with that, then you've finished the settings. Now you can go to the blocks now. And this is very quick when you're used to it, eh? So with the blocks, it's just a matter of coming in and saying add block, add block, add block. And you just ask yourself, what is it that I want to add? And then you say, okay, let's add it. Okay, I want to add a heading, right? Okay, you just click on heading. What type of heading? H1 up to H6. Okay, I'm going to add an H1. I'm just going to add a random thing, right? Okay, submit. Now, you'll see that the heading I added is at the bottom, right? And if I refresh my page here, you can see the heading right there. Can you see it? And if it's not in the right position, I can move it to say, okay, let me move it up. Let me move it up, right? So now, if I check again, you'll see that it's there. Then I say, okay, fine, I've got a heading. Then maybe I want a YouTube video, right? So I'll just type in the search here. I'll just say YouTube. So there are two types of YouTube. There's YouTube and a single video, right? And then there's the feed, where every time you add a new YouTube video, it auto updates. So I'm going to add just a YouTube video. So what I need to do is just go to YouTube and get a YouTube video. So I'm just going to get a random YouTube video here. Okay, copy. Then I'm going to go back to there. I'm putting in the link and boom. Now let's see. You see the YouTube video is there. Okay, so we do that. There, can you see the YouTube video is there, right? Then I'm gonna add something else. So that's how you add stuff basically. So I'm not gonna go through all of them, but you see you can add links, paragraphs. This is text. You can add an avatar, socials. You can add all your socials, images, image grid. You can even add audio files. So with files, let's say for example you're selling an ebook, for example, right? If it's a PDF or whatever, you can actually upload it and you can actually sell it to say, okay, pay, and you get the what? You get access to the book, and you can download it. So you can actually run a store here, right? So you've got your files, you've got your call to actions, videos, and stuff like that. You can collect emails, right? Like a contact form, RSS feeds, FAQs, external item. This is the same like the USO one I showed you. External item is where someone already has their shop, maybe with Shopify or WordPress or Wix or anything like that. And then, so the way we edit these products, right, is we use this one, external item, where name, description, price, item, right? And this is where it redirects to, right? So if we click here, then it redirects to this one, you see? So we use that particular block, right, which is the external item. Then you can do the countdown timer. I don't know if you saw with the Beamer, we had a countdown timer. So where was that? Yeah, this one. Can you see? It's a countdown. So basically, if our event is happening tomorrow will be the 9th at this time. So it will be like that. And then you can choose light or dark. Okay, I'll choose dark and say submit. Now, if I go back to my page, I'll be able to see the timer here, you see? So it's counting down until the time that I put in the thing. So you've got your timer, and you don't need to be able to code to do all this stuff, right? Then you can do a timeline. This share button is the one that you've seen, like here. When I said share, it's the one that gives you this QR code, and then you can share to any of these social media platforms. So that's the one. And then what else? Then if you are selling stuff, you could, or if you've got a non-profit and you want donations and stuff, or if you're offering a service, you can actually use this. These are mostly, you could use Stripe, you could use Paystack, you could, and by the way, when you sell things on our platform, we don't take any cut, right? You get your money. It's between you and PayPal, right? You and Paystack and Flutterwave and stuff like that. Yeah. So you can add any of those. Then with the social media, you can add your threads, Spotify, Twitter, TikTok, everything really. The form that I was using there is the type form. So if you've got a Typeform account, you can embed your forms here. Facebook, Rumble, this is a YouTube competitor. It's new. SoundCloud, this is more for musicians here, you know. So we've got a lot of musicians on our platform. If you check, I'll show you an example. Makazi or Uncle Waffles, all of those, you know. Yeah. So like for example, this is from last year, where Makazi was running her campaign here through our page, where she was being voted for through our platform, you know. So you can see her music. This is a YouTube feed. This is a new song. Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, SoundCloud. Need to update these links though. TikTok, everything, you know. So this is Makazi for you, right there. All right. So yeah, and all the other nominees, they do have pages on our platform as well, right? And then what else? Yeah. So basically, this is how you create an Akalytica page. It's so simple. You don't have to get an MBA or a PhD to, you know, yeah. So that's it. But now, obviously, when I talk about Akalytica, I just talk about the web pages, but it's got so much, but I don't want to overwhelm people. That's why I never talk about everything else that it does have, right? So for example, you can, you know, I don't know if some of you use TransferWise. So I can actually send files to my friends using this platform, right? I can send them very securely. So if, for example, if I want to share my business card with all of you, right? I'm just going to do this. Let me put it in the chat. Is this the chat, right? Okay, I'm just going to edit there. All right. If you can just click on that link and see if you can see my business card. And if you can see it, just say thumbs up or yes or something on the chat to confirm that you actually got my business card. Oh, nice. Oh, perfect. Okay. Nice. Oh, perfect. 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 I love it. All right. So this is one way of doing it. So creating it is very easy. You just choose a file to say, okay, I want to share a file. I'm going to share this image, and then I'll just create, I'll just call it image, whatever, and then create like that. Oops, what did I do? Oh, sorry. I just need to give it another name. Right. So now here's my file that I've just created, right? So if I'm sharing, I'll share this link with whoever I want to receive. And then you can also say, okay, you can say when they receive it, force it to download quickly, or you can even track to see where it's being downloaded or who is sharing where, what, you can track actually where it's being downloaded. You can protect it. So only people that have the password will be able to download the file. And yeah, you can even add a splash page is like a page before the actual download. You can put that and put custom information. So yeah, so basically you can customize it in such a way that you can protect it if you have to. And then let's say you want to keep the file here, but you don't want people to download it anymore. You can just switch it off here like that, so that no one can download it anymore. Then the vCard is where, for example, if I want to share my contact details with you guys, I'm just going to share again. The vCard, it's those things that we share on a daily basis when we're sharing contacts on the phone and stuff like that. So a vCard, the moment you click on it, if you're using a phone, it's going to give you all my details and just say, do you want to save it in the phone book, right? Anyone who's got my details from the vCard? Perfect. Okay. Okay, how many minutes do I have left? 20. Okay, so let me wrap up actually. Let me just quickly. So you've got different things that you can create. You can also create multiple. You can create as many QR codes as you want. And the different QR codes, let's say I want to share a URL. I could do that. If you want to share, you can even share text. You can write you can write a letter to someone and encrypt it in a in a QR code, or you could share email, WhatsApp, even location. Or let's say in your different places, if Wi-Fi, people can just scan the QR code and stuff, PayPal and stuff, payment and stuff like that. You could literally do that as well. So it's just a matter of putting in the name and the text, or if it's a URL, it's a matter of putting the name, the URL, and you can customize it. You can even style it in such a way that you see here, you can say, okay, I want hearts or I want dots, so you can customize the QR code to whatever makes sense for you, right? So, and then you can download the QR code. Then we've got an integration with OpenAI, so you can generate documents, right? You can generate documents, different types of documents. So what we've done a lot of templates as well. So let's say you're a startup, for example, you want startup ideas, or you want to write a mission statement or business plan, business model canvas, and stuff like that. So there are many options, creative writing, education, a bit, data analysis, financial calculator. There's a text stuff. Maybe you get a complicated text and then you say explain like I'm five and stuff like that. So it's OpenAI integration that we're using. And yeah, so there are quite a lot of document types that you could literally use our platform for, even code as well, like PHP, SQL, and all that. Right. Then images. You can also generate images from here as well. So for example, let's say, okay, I'm just gonna say, what can I say? Wow, a school in the middle of the desert, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, something like that. Then you can even, if you know what you're doing, I'm not an artist, so I don't even know what these options are, but you could literally customize it. And you could say, okay, I've put in a lot of African artists. So Esther Maslango is from South Africa. She's Ndebele. So I want in the style of Esther Maslango to draw this school. And you know, Esther loves color. And then you can choose the lighting style, the mood, and you know, you can customize it and you say what size and all that, right? And yeah, okay, so let me see if I could quickly do that. Whilst it's still running, you can even do AI speech to text, you can do text to speech, charts. Then we've got several tools, but these things you'll find out when you're using the platform. Then if you checked, like we said here, this is a custom domain, right? So you can also, okay, so this is the school in the desert that it came up with. And those who know Esther Maslango, you will see these little colors here. You can see that this is Esther Maslango style, right? This is the style right there, the colors. Yeah. Then so the custom domains. So let's say you want something like this. Then you're going to you're just going to say connect domain, and then from there you're going to put in, okay, so let's say it's esther.com, right? You want to use esther.com, and then you'll have maybe https Esther, oops, Esther.com/home or something, you know, that'll be the first page. Then, okay, something like that. So that's how you create it. But obviously, you need to have got Esther.com. So that one you can buy for yourself from GoDaddy or whoever sells domains, because we don't do domains here. And then you can bring in your domain, and then obviously the domain will tell you how to point it to us so that, you know, but yeah, it's a bit technical on the custom domain, but it's easy to do. It's a 5-minute thing. Yeah. So basically, and the last thing that I think I want to show you is the payment processes. So you see, like I've added Paystack, Stripe, PayPal. You can add your own processors, right? You can add different ones that you can use and stuff like that. If you're selling stuff, that is, yeah. And boom, that's it. So I'm done. The rest, I think it's discovery. And oh yeah, last thing. So this is not the only tool that Akalytica has. So when you're logged in, when you click on your username, you'll find that we have a platform for social proof, monitoring, web analytics. So if, for example, let's say you've got a website, right? You could literally set up so that you know what's happening inside your website. So if I take Level X, for example, Level X is a company that a friend of mine owns. So I can actually see what's happening at Level X right now, right? Almost like the same way Google Analytics works, and you can see where the traffic is coming from, which pages, which countries, operating system, devices, browsers, all those things, even screen resolution and language and stuff like that. So there are quite a number of products that we have on Akalytica. We have a Q&A forum as well. You will find it there where you can ask questions and all that. We've got this many questions and answers, and you can be answered by a human or by AI, either or. And then you can also test your website. If you've got a website already, you can test to see if for search engine optimization and stuff like that. You can also do that on, but all these things, you'll find them on the platform. I think let's get into the questions. Yes, thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Etta, for this in-depth training. Like I learned a lot. This is in my notes. It's super packed with a lot of stuff. At some point, I even had to stop writing because I was like, oh, this is so much, and this is really simple, very minimalistic. I mean, you guys, can we just say like a big thank you? Because I believe I'm not the only one who got so much value from this training session. So yeah, we have Elizabeth saying thank you so much, Sir. Valentine saying thank you so much. This is so good. I learned a lot. Initially, I was thinking, oh, we're just going to learn how to like do a one-page um, website, but it ended up being like a full masterclass on business development. Because I feel like I've learned so much about business analytics, about just basically learning how to have business. You have the analytics to make business decisions, and it's just so much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, so if we have, I'm very sure we had questions during the session. So please, could you just put it on the chat box, or if you would like to speak, you can just raise your hand so I can see you and then ask you to speak. But before we do that, I think my personal question would be, can we have like, I think there was a question before, someone was asking if we could get access to your books, the books you spoke about. I don't know if it's possible for us to have access. Are they like soft copies or?
Sure. We open sourced it, so the last time I checked, you could easily get them on the SABC education website under resources. I'll have to check again. If not, I could literally set up a link and you guys can just download it. Yeah.
Okay, cool, beautiful.
Yeah.
We'll be on the lookout
Sure.
for the link. Okay, so there's a question from Elizabeth here. She said, how many pages for our business can we make?
So because you're on the premium plan, it's unlimited pages. You can make as many pages as you can. I think you saw like the president Ali. She's got 2 pages. If you check Basadi, they've got almost 150 pages, literally. So yeah, you can even run a business on top of on top of the platform, where because you are not paying for the subscription, but you can help people. Let's say you want to run a business, you can charge them for the creation of the page, and um, and that's it. Yeah, all the money goes to you. Yeah.
Oh, that's really beautiful. Thank you so much, sir. I think the fact that we won't get to have this premium subscription for 3 years is a whole lot. So I believe a lot of us are going to really bank on this freebie because I'm planning to. And okay, someone's asking how much is the subscription fee subsequently. Let's say for people who are not part of the Ali and they would want to subscribe to this platform.
Okay, so I think let me just check. Just a second. I'm gonna go to the home page. So if you go on the home page, yeah, click on pricing, you'll see. So this is in rands, but you can change it here to say dollars. You can pay in dollars or rands. So in dollars, there's monthly, annual, and lifetime. Lifetime is like a once-off payment for life. So it's $12.99 per month, and then annually it's $132.99. These are US dollars, by the way. And then if you pay annually, you'll save about $23, and then 662 lifetime. You just pay once and you use forever. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful. I wanted to know, is it possible to like build your email list from this platform?
Yes, you can. You can build your email list. Literally, you can, because we've got an integration with the likes of Mailchimp and stuff like that. So when I showed you let me just open this random one that I created. So for example, here email collector here. So I'm just gonna write something random there. So you'll be able to actually collect, you create a form, right? You see, you can create a form and then you can collect data. You can put in your MailChimp key here. And yes, so yes, you can do an email list, definitely.
Okay, that is like, so there are questions here. He said something like one needs to have an already existing domain and just insert. Where can one get a domain from? For someone who has no idea at all.
Okay. So you, I mean, if you don't have a domain, then you'll have a website where it says akalytica.com something, right? So you can use that. But if you want more customization, and it helps in terms of search engine if it's your own. So for you to get a domain, you can, I mean, there are country domains. So let's say in South Africa, it's .co.za, in Zim, it's .co.zw. So sometimes you want your country domain if you're doing business in your country, or if you're doing or international, you want a .com, you know. And you can get that from GoDaddy, SiteGround, all these HostGator, these hosting companies. So just check for website hosting companies, and they differ per country. Some are good for South Africa, but not necessarily good for Cameroon. You know, yeah. So just check per country.
Okay, someone is asking if you could share the if the codes that they would use to register. I believe we'll get that at the end of.
No, I actually shared it just now. Okay, let me try share it again. That one. So basically, all you need to do is click on that link, right? Okay, let me log out here so that you can see what I'm doing. So I'll just pretend I'm also just arriving on the platform. So the link I shared, this one here in the chat, you just click on it, and then you can see that it's got this redirect pay 3 codes the early, right? And then it will ask you obviously to register, whatever. I'm just going to sign in, or you can just sign in with your social media, right? And then, so, let's see, let me use a fictitious thing. Okay, let me see if it works. It might ask me to confirm. Okay, let me just use that. Let's see. Oh, I'll have to use a proper thing. Anyway, then you log in, right? But once you log in, you'll see that it'll give you a checkout page. But you just go to the bottom of the page, you'll see that it says you're paying 0, and just say click on what? Sign up. And then once you do that, you're already on your 3 years. That's it. So it's easy, it's very easy. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't have a dummy account that I could use to show you the whole thing because I'm already logged in. Yeah. But just click on that account, on that link. That's the one. This one. Where is it? Somewhere in the chat there. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Okay. Oh, can you send the link again? Oh, okay. Oh, I did. Okay, let me just send it again. So I'm giving the link to you. I see the message from Elizabeth, right? I'm giving the link to you guys. And you can use it. All I know is the people with the link are the ones that are getting. I can track to see who's getting it, who's in, who's not. But yeah, I trust that you're not going to share it with other people. If you do, it's life. But I put a maximum number that I have. Yeah. So if it's 50, it'll be kept at 50. I was told 3,000, so you can't pass 3,000. So if you share with other people, that means that you are depriving other Amazon people of getting the chance, because I kept it at 3,000. I'm responding to Elizabeth here. And then I see another question from Martha. It says, something you said, one needs to have already existing domain. It just said, oh yes, so that I think I answered that, right? And then what else? What other question? Just help me with the questions. Once I've put it down.
We have Jacinta. You can unmute yourself. Her hand has been up.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Moderator.
Sure.
Thank you very much for your presentation. I'm Jacinta, and I really loved your facilitation. First off, it was really rich and excellent. Secondly, as a quantity surveyor and the male-dominated STEM field, like, your story was really inspiring, and I really loved it. Got me right from the onset with that whole STEM story. Yeah. Thirdly, as someone who would want to really make a lot of noise about this platform, seeing how very great it is with all the peripherals, I would want to know if people living with disabilities were considered in the design, because I'm in the development space, and in trying to publicize these things, these questions will come up. So can you let me know if adaptative designs were made to include them, so that in making noise about this platform, I could highlight that as well. Yeah, so that very soon you have a lot of leads from Ghana, right?
Nice. No, thank you. Thank you very much. So yes, so accessibility, right? So the design, we used use universal design principles when we created the platform. So most of it you could literally use in terms of, say, for example, the blind. We all our images, we make sure that we have text, explanatory text and stuff. So accessibility is quite a big thing. So we do have that, and also the AI offering right now we have text to voice and stuff like that. So yeah, so if there's anything that you think we should actually improve on, that would be great, because it's about being as inclusive as possible. So yeah, so I'd really appreciate your guidance. Oh, and sorry, you just reminded me. So also, let's say you are sharing with people in terms of, oh, we love this platform. You could also, so we run an affiliate program, by the way.
Hello, I don't know if you are still speaking, but I'm unable to hear a word, I think, for the last 1 minute.
Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay, perfect. So when you are logged in, right, there is the referrals. You see here, referrals. So in fact, you first of all go to your account, right? Account, and then you can change this referral. Obviously, when it comes, it will be very long. So you can just put in something and then you save. Then when you go to referrals, yeah. So this link, right? Everyone is an influencer here, right? So this link, when you copy it and share it on your Instagram, on your Facebook, whatever, and if the person who clicks on this with your code, right, and then signs up to the paid version within 90 days, then you get what percent? I think, what percentage is it, by the way? Just forgetting now. Let me check on the page what it is. Yeah, so you get 45%. And it's not 45% once, it's 45% every time they pay their monthly or annual subscription. So that'll be it, yeah. So there is an affiliate program, yes.
That's amazing. I believe a lot of us want to cash in on the affiliate program. So someone is saying they have been during the saying she's unable to register. What might be the problem? I think
Sorry?
we're trying to. We have a message on the chat here. Someone is saying she's trying to register, but there's a problem. Yeah, there's a problem. What
Uh,
happened?
I have been at my what might be the problem? Okay, what is she experiencing? You should be able to register. uh,
Can you like unmute yourself during? Please unmute yourself so we can hear what problem you're encountering.
hmm. Should be easy, even with the Gmail, whatever,
Yeah,
those socials. Yeah.
it's pretty straightforward. It was really easy. Like from, I like the fact that it was just drag and drop, because the people were not really good with coding and all of that. Whenever I hear about website generation, I feel like, oh, you're going to be like writing codes, but there
Mm,
were no codes throughout your presentation, and I'm like, wow, this is really easy to use. Like,
mm,
there's no reason why anybody should not have a website with the Analytica. Thank you so
mm.
much for making it really easy for us to use. Someone's asking if they can create a QR code to scan to leave her to the page. I think you can.
Yes, you can. You can create for any link. Yeah. So you can create a QR code for the to scan for any link. Yeah.
Yes, and there's so many uses for this. I mean, from your presentation, we saw that we could use this to run campaigns, showcase our
Mm,
business, hide our brands. So this is one tool we all can leverage on. And then I love the fact that is also integrated with other AI tools. So
that's it.
it's just like a one-stop shop for everything you need to do on the internet. Thank you so
Uh,
much
thank you.
for sharing your time with us and your resources, and even the free 3 year subscription that you've given to us is laudable. Thank you so much, sir. Can we appreciate him on the chat us? Can we say thank you so much, Mr.
Yeah.
Just one quick question. I know my hands have been up. I don't think
Oh, okay. Yes.
Carrie noticed it. Just one quick question. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I wanted to ask, in the case where your subscription, the 3 years elapses,
Mm.
what happens to your account and you have not paid your subscription fee? What happens to your account?
It,
That's the first one. And
uh,
then the second question is, do you have subscribers from Nigeria? Because I know particularly in the payment issue, maybe when you have people who want to patronize you, who want to buy from you,
mm.
using Paystack might be an issue. Receiving your funds as a business person might be an issue. So, have you had issues like that? How did you solve it for people who are in Nigeria? Yeah, so those are my questions. Thank you for the amazing session.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. So, the first question: when the 3 years elapses, your account is not deleted. It just goes into starter mode. So you'll find that some of the features that are not there, you won't be able to see them. And if you had 100 bio links, you'll be able to only see one. So basically, you are downgraded. Yeah. And then if you upgrade again, then everything that you created before, you'll find is still there. And then for Nigeria, I've got a few people that are actually on the platform. I've got this famous author, Bibi from Nigeria. She uses our platform. Trying to think, she's got this bookshop. I'm forgetting what it's called now. Oh man, what is this? Sorry, just a second. I'm just trying to see where it is. Links. Just a second. To take a second. Sorry for that. If she knows I've forgotten her page, she'll be very angry. uh, yo. Yeah, I've forgotten her page. So anyway, but she's in Nigeria and she subscribes. She's on the premium. She's been there for almost 10 months now, and I've never had any problems there. But she did it through Stripe because I find Stripe to be easier in any other country. That's why it's our primary payment gateway, because sometimes Flutterwave, Paystack, they sometimes struggle with certain things. So Stripe would be perfect for any country. Yeah.
Okay. I think the other question here is, how do we get the landing page designer course? I think
It's if you go on Academy, let me just give you the link as well. But if you forget, you can just go here at the bottom, Academy, and then you'll see there are many free courses here. You could do startup, digital marketing, social proof. All these have certificates, but the one I was talking about is the Akalytica landing page. So I'll share the link in the chats there. You should be able to see it. Oh, yes. Okay, I found the link I was looking for. The Bibi, the one from Nigeria. So she runs Cassava Republic. I don't know if you know Cassava Republic. Cassava Republic. The bookshop. It's a printing press for books. So she's got, like, this is one of her artists, one of her authors, who's also, I think her author is from Ghana, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
I think it's all
So,
say the terminate.
eh?
Terminator is this year. You're supposed to do all those things last week. Those Asia tour and those stuff. Supposed to do this last. Just don't go ahead.
We should make sure this the art.
Was I muted the whole time? Wow. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Oh.
we can hear you.
No, sorry. I think I muted myself somewhere somehow. But anyway, this is the Nigerian lady I was talking about, Cassava Republic. She's a publisher. She runs this for African authors, Bibi. She's also, like Mary and I, she's also a Tutu fellow as well. That's how I know her. And this is one of her authors, and she's actually running a promotion for the book on this platform. I think the lady's from Ghana, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the author. Yeah. So she's running a book thing. Yeah. I think it's going to be out in 9 days. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you again for this in-depth training. We really appreciate you taking the time. Thank you so much to the Ali Initiative for bringing this together. Can I see on chat box if there's any remarks you want to say? Thank you to. Can I see that? Oh, beautiful. So can we get right about now? We'll be listening to Miss. Sorry, let me just get this. My phone is malfunctioning.
It's okay.
We would have the closing remark by Ms. Isida Baudia. He is from Zambia, an economist and the programs associate at the Amazon Leadership Initiative, with a profound commitment to fostering positive change. Exida channels her energy and expertise towards empowering young girls and helping them realize their full potentials. As an advocate for financial literacy, she personally equips young women and girls with the essential knowledge and skills they need to navigate the complex world of finance confidently. Exida's work extends beyond borders as she leverages digital tools to connect with and inspire young females, sparkling transformation in society. Her heart is deeply touched by the cause of children living with disabilities, where she strives to ensure their voices are heard and their needs met. Exilda is equally concerned about the pressing issues of climate change and socioeconomic disparities. She actively engages in initiatives that addresses these global challenges, driven by a vision of more sustainable and equitable world. Exilda Bawe is a beacon of hope, using her talents and passion to drive meaningful changes and create a brighter future for all. So with a warm welcome, can we have Zide as she gives us a closing remark?
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the training. I personally did. First of all, I would like to thank Acalyptia for giving us this opportunity to have free subscription and also offering us the opportunity to learn. On top of that, they've also added on an extra year and made us to have 3 years subscription. So I'd like to thank them for this opportunity. Would also like to thank Mr. Edzai for taking out time on a busy Saturday like this. Thank you so much for teaching us how to create a website. I personally, in the beginning, thought it would be very complex with the whole computer language, jQuery, Python, and whatnot. So I was actually thinking I would have to take so much concentration and time to actually learn, but you've actually made it seem so simple, and we just want to thank you so much for the opportunity and also ensuring that we learned so much in the limited time frame that we had, because what we've learned would have been covered maybe in a month or so, but you've ensured that we managed to learn within the short time frame. Then I would also like to thank the young female leaders for taking advantage of this opportunity and also coming through to learn during the training. As the early, we are dedicated to empowering young women, and we are open to collaborations with working with various people in helping us achieve this goal. And on this particular one, we just want to thank Acalypta again for helping us achieve some of our goals. And I just want to urge the young female leaders to take advantage of this opportunity that you've been given. It's a very rare opportunity that you'd be given such a platform to utilize over such a long time frame. So we just want to encourage you to ensure that you expand your small businesses through this platform, ensure that you learn this new skill and also utilize it. So we just want to thank you all for joining, and we wish you a great Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mar. So thank you so much to the Ali for this awesome opportunity that you've given to us. Thank you so much to Acalyptica for also taking out time. Thank you, Mr. Edza, for also taking out time to take us through this course, this training course, and also, just like she said, take advantage of the premium subscription that we've been given. This is one way for you to grow your business, to advertise yourself, build your brand. Like, there's so many uses from what we've learned. There's so many uses that we can use this software for. So please, let's not let this opportunity pass us by. And I also like to thank our resource persons, everyone who also have been on this call, such good listeners. The engagement was top-notch, our energy was on point. So say a big thank you for listening. And then people have been asking about the recording. The Ali has a YouTube page, so you can check us on YouTube, so you can get access to the recording, so it will help you with signing up on the platform and all others. So in case you have any questions, you can reach any of the associates, and we'll be more than available to put you through. So yeah, we will be having our family photo. So I don't know if we could all maybe share our videos, so we can just take a group picture, so you can see that we were together on this call. And forgive me, my video has not been on throughout the beginning of the call, but this is me. You listen to my voice the whole time. So please, Mary, could you help us take the picture? Do we have
yes, sure. Yeah, I'm there now. So want to go, Black Child.
Your dreams are
Hey, some
valid.
people are not smiling. Ah, oh my God, look how great. Black Child, your dreams are valid. Just hold on. I've taken the first slide, the second slide now. All right, and then the last one. Just hold on, please. Let's go. One more time, Black Child.
Your dreams are valid.
Dreams are
Are varied.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much, everyone. It was really an amazing session. Thank you for being here and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.